Hey man, listen, I have never been an overachiever in the dating game. I know how to find people that's happy to be with me.
Damn, how do you do
now,
that?
I'm just not proud of how they used to look, but I'm just saying, it's like, I don't.
You was a survivor.
You gotta get who wants you. And you know who wants you because their attitude and everything shows that.
Yeah, the energy
It's just
be crazy.
some people really think that they, something special. Like it's 50 plus year old men out here dating 20-year-olds, and they actually think because they might have paper or might be cut up or whatever, these girls want them. No, man, that girl don't want you. You got paper or something. That's why she's with you. You know what I'm saying? It's always something to it.
Shannon Sharp. Boy. This little 19-year-old girl, she said this mother smooth, $25,000 per cheek. That's an expensive butt. That's an expensive right there. $25,000 per cheek.
2 days later, Mr. Shannon Sharp, he would be stepping away from ESPN and ESPN's First Take, posting on social media, quote, "I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me."
Disney owns ESPN, so that's why they had to let him go. But you should have listened to Monique. Told you to stop dating them young white. Should have listened to Cat Williams.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter, so I stayed away from that.
But when you with somebody that's on your level, you might be able to relax a little better. It's just we don't want what's on our level. We want the Bombay. You know what I'm saying? Because we men, this is what we do.
Why aren't you mad at this young girl who's of age of consent throwing it on this dude? And then you gonna shake it for $10 million. First of all, it ain't worth $10 million. The only lesson I wish he would learn is tell it then. You wanna tell it, tell it.
Oh, everybody jammed up. We got motherfuckers out here talking about Shannon Sharp because he is jammed up right now. But when he wasn't jammed up, it was all good. And what is he jammed up for?
His sex life getting out there.
That's what I'm saying. Just think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he got some issues because I think he like to choke.
What is that?
Oh, this? This is just my choker. You want to give it a tug?
Just give it a sweet little tug. Oh.
Hold on.
You had a $100 million contract coming down the line. I'm suing you for $50 million. That was a mark hit.
That's some dude. It ain't just him. I know a lot of like to choke, but he them.
And then just dealing with young.
Wait, what is that around your neck?
I already told you. It's my choker.
No, I'm talking about that one with the little red light on top.
Oh, this is just my new necklace. You brought this for me. You remember?
I bought you that chain.
Now state your name for the camera.
State my name for the camera.
We're just doing some role playing, silly.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Shannon Sharp.
Perfect. Got it.
Most women only bring unsolicited opinions to the table. It's emotion.
Right.
You cannot lead off emotions. There's so many women that I first started with them. I gotta break them as they talking. I be like,
Is DRAYA manipulating Jalen Green? Or is Jalen Green manipulating DRAYA?
DRAYA is clearly excited too. She posted the post with the extension and put, "Congrats, term short, money long."
The players are up, or the players play the
players?
People? Who's the players? Females or the guys? Which
girls is players too?
Yeah. That's a fact. You did so much with different people and you still got the right one. And I'm not gonna this one up because I had my fun already.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I did everything I needed to do with everybody I need to do it. End up with a 22-year-old contract extension. Term short, money long. That ain't crazy to say.
How old is he? He's 23?
He's 22 or 23. He's one of them.
Okay. He's 23. Okay, so he was like what, 21 or 22 when they got involved.
Hopefully.
I mean, listen, I have no interest, despite their interest in me, in a young man of that age group.
Joy.
What?
I thought I have a clip of you saying.
No. I said 25 years old. That's a big difference.
It's not that big of a difference.
It's a massive difference. It's
That's
massive
a sneeze
difference.
away,
Joy. What the hell?
No, it's not.
This lady's
That's 25 and 21.
No, 23.
But she got with him when he was 21.
Thank you.
No. That's semantics with him.
I was talking to someone about this last year. This young man came up and asked me about the splitting the bill conversation. And I went through with him and I was like, how old are you? And he was like 24. I was like, you shouldn't be worried about nothing I'm doing. Nothing I'm doing. You would not be at dinner with me.
Yeah.
Like, respectfully.
Yeah.
But let's replay this clip right here where we've caught Miss Joy Taylor in a lie.
What's the age limit?
At my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
That's a
Why are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
Because
I was talking to someone about this last year. This young man came up and asked me about the splitting the bill conversation. And I went through with him and I was like, how old are you? And he was like 24. I was like, you shouldn't be worried about nothing I'm doing. Nothing I'm doing.
That lady belongs to everybody.
Now, Miss Joy Taylor, how long ago was that dinner date?
Look, at some point you're an adult. I've dated men who are 20 years older than me. I had no business dating them and they had no business dating me. But I was an adult. And now being 38 years old, I can look back and be like, no, they should never
If you had a
dated me.
20-year-old daughter and
But that was fun.
I'm just saying, if you had a 20-year-old daughter and some 42-year-old.
I mean, I understand why they were dating me. I should not have been dating them. Like,
if somebody was dating your 20-year-old daughter, some 42-year-old man that had some money, some influence, some power, whatever the case may be, was dating your kid. Because you look at your 21-year-old son as, that's my baby. And some 40-something-year-old
My nieces
lady.
and nephews are my children.
Cool.
I birthed them.
Right? And so if the shoes were on their feet, I think you have a different response. And that response could be emotional as opposed to logical. Because if it's not our kid, we might look at it in a logical way. But I just think that is...
What if you...
And I done had him look at me like I was the devil. I mean, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix this. I'm still giving you $200 for the... But I don't think we can fix that, man. Look at that. There's something a sister say. Sister April. What does Sister April say? A black woman's job is to raise her black daughters to see her supporting their black father. A black woman's job is to raise her black daughters to see her supporting their black father. That's deep.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that you do it.
Sure.
Right? I'm not gonna do it.
Gotcha.
But he's also not 18. He's 21. Like, is it 21? Is it 23? Is it 25? Is it 27? What is the number?
I think it's weird that a man that's 20 years older than a woman would want her. Because that says to me, you couldn't pull anybody in your age group. Or the women in your age group know what's up with you. They already know that you're toxic. And so you have to try to groom some young girl like Jay-Z did Beyonce. Just then. And I don't care what y'all say, that's called groom.
Have you ever noticed, your polite savages, that when ladies come with this blabble talking about older men and younger women, they always look at it from the point that a man is a predator. They don't look at it from a point that a young lady is using an older man for his resources, that she's getting exactly what she wants. A fair trade ain't no robbery. But these ladies, they love to demonize men. 100% every day on day, 24/7, 365, and twice on Sundays.
I don't care if it's your fave, I don't care if it's your mammy. It's grooming. My grandmother was like 18 and her man was like 30 something. She had 14 kids. It is what it is. I still say the same.
Imagine the mental deficiencies of this young lady as she demonized her grandfather, who married a much younger woman. But to those actions of him marrying a much younger woman, she actually exists. But no, he's a groomer. He's evil. He's a horrible person. She doesn't even understand what grooming means. Because if she understood what grooming means, she would understand that even though this may be considered immoral at our time, it was totally normal at their time. Grooming does not have to do with an older man and just a younger woman. Grooming has to do with somebody taking advantage and bringing up a young child into adulthood so they can take advantage of them. Now that you know, hopefully you can do better.
You know,
But if it was the other
Yeah.
way around, if it was a
Yes.
like you said, you just said that when you were 20 years old, the 42-year-old man shouldn't have been dating you.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you're saying about this young lady, wasn't it DRAYA and whatever his
Well,
name
he
is?
wasn't taking advantage of me.
Yeah, but you still, it's kind of double talking.
And why don't we just keep it a buck here? Every lady who's in a relationship isn't being taken advantage of. She isn't the poor damsel in distress. She isn't getting played. A lot of these ladies are getting paid. They are there for the resources that an older man have. They've looked around because this is the new hustle. They've looked around and realized that getting a job sucks. Working all day sucks. That they can't make that money as a bartender. They're not OnlyFans, just ain't fansing anymore. So these ladies have decided to go on out there and find them an old sugar daddy and get the money that way. It's the oldest profession, just with an update and a twist. And all of you ladies complaining, calling men groomers, never considered this.
And y'all gotta watch out. Now, people say, well, Cheryl, aren't you pro-women? Absolutely. The right type of woman. You could have had it all. First of all, you young enough to mess with this dude, then you young enough to deal with it. But I don't see what crime, because I need to see the crime. And secondarily, is Shannon Sharp. We as black women weren't checking for this dude.
Monty. My name is Larry, and I'm 77 years old. And I'm 34 years old. There's 43 years between us. We met on a dating website. His white hair intrigued me, and so I reached out. I find older men more attractive in general.
They are going to make sure that you understand their position when they think about the men in their lives. And what it really comes down to is that these ladies cannot obtain the man that they want. You see, when a lady is in her 40s talking about a guy in his 40s dating a younger lady, what they're really looking at is that younger lady is their competition and they've taken the man that they want. And it all comes down to one thing. On the free market, competition is king. I know it's a hard lesson to learn. Take a deep breath, take it all in, and have a tall glass of shut the hell up. You dig? Polite savages.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Ladies and gentlemen of polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike, especially the hypocrites that I can do this but you can't do that, the same but not my game. These ladies, they're always up in arms. We're talking about that dating age gap, and you'll notice one thing: when it's an older woman and a younger man, it's you go girl. A younger woman and an older man, he has to be a groomer. As always, we can only guarantee to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes the truth is a bitter pill, but it's time to shut up and take your medicine. So there's nothing left to do but get on up into it. Are you ready? Well, let's go.
Right off the bat, shout out to 4Extra. She said, I date younger men. Mrs. Obama applauded her. Who does that benefit? Now y'all men, now y'all have a video to point to. You see, when women say that they date younger, women applaud them. Who does that benefit? Y'all asses. So when men say, I date younger women, this is your reference.
I see nothing wrong with age gap dating, but one of the reasons I think a lot of women don't like it is because it doesn't benefit them. Age gap dating disproportionately benefits men because, y'all, let's just be honest, as long as men have their stuff together, they have enough resources, money, they have enough cash, there's always going to be a group of women out there who will give them the time of day. It just is what it is. Whereas women, you know, we have our best options while we are young and while we are attractive. Why? Because that's what most men value. They like pretty women and they value healthy young women, especially if they want kids.
It's time to dispel all the rumors and the myths and the BS and just go straight to facts. If a man could go to jail at 19 years old for the rest of his life, if you unalive somebody at 19 years old, you're going to jail. At 18 years old, you're going to jail. In a lot of states at 16 years old, you're going to jail. But somehow, mystically and magically, we believe that people cannot make decisions for themselves after they turn the legal age of consent for dating someone older than them. And a lot of these ladies, they do it for a certain reason. These men have money. They want that money. Yes, it's transactional, but guess what? Transactional relationships are older than the United States itself.
You're naive.
Yeah,
Listen,
I was trying to find a nice way to say it.
I was
I can
friendly.
get the
I was
bullshit off on her
friendly.
because you don't know no better.
At 30,
But not every 20. Not every
She don't
20.
like that's the point that I be making about them 20-year-olds.
But not.
That's that face.
She was
a sniper. These little fast 20-year-olds.
Hey.
Did they though?
Hey,
What were you saying, Melissa?
The real problem is when you see these young ladies going for guys that you feel like you should be able to have because you believe that you qualify for those men, even though those men just don't want you. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And a lot of these dudes, they've struggled and strived their whole life. And when they get to a certain position in their life, they feel like they want the finer things. And the finer things might be a young, fine thing, a young tender just to be quiet and do exactly what they want. Because they tried your route, ma'am, and you had a whole lot of mouth, attitude, and used up cat. And that's something they didn't want. I'm tired of these double standards. These ladies talking this, blabble, blabble, this and that. Just let people do what they do and stay within the confounds of the law and stop trying to act like you're the moral authority. Because we all know one thing. When you were 20 years old and that dude rolled up in that Mercedes-Benz with the dang stinging, you absolutely jumped your hot ass in that car with that 42-year-old man, had them legs wide open and high up in the air doing exactly what he wanted you to do. Ma'am, you are sitting here acting like your past is your prologue, but really your past is just telling on you. So you need to sit down, have several seats, and stop pretending like you don't understand the way the world works. I mean, let's break through the illusion and dispel all the delusion that we live under. When you see these young ladies, these Instagram hotties, these folks that you look at and say, that could be me. When you see them posing on a boat, looking good as hell. Who do you think owns that boat? What do you think they're doing to get on that boat? The Dubai honeys. What do you think they're doing out there with them sheiks, dancing and partying? Yes, you'll get the finer things in life, but you have to pay a price for the finer things in life. And so you ladies always turning around, acting like this age thing is just an age thing when you know it's only a thing because you can't work your thing to get the thing. Quit playing with me. Because we all understand one thing. And if the shoe was on the other foot, you tell everybody to mind their business. Don't worry about me. I'm over here working my good thing.
I think this imbalance, it frustrates a lot of women because, yeah, who wants to hear a guy your age tell you that, oh, you're too old for me? And then that same guy go and be able to pull somebody 15 to 20 years younger. Like, to me, that's probably like, it's probably like salt to a wound to these women. It's like, the fact that men can do that, I think makes so many women upset. But
I didn't know you could stay single too long. Nobody told me that. I around stayed single so long. Now I'm in the gray area. I'm in the gray area. I didn't even know there was a gray area. I stayed single too long. Everybody she's either too young or she's too old. If she's too young, she's a greedy rabbit. Too old, she's a needy fish. Both of them got different issues. If she's too young, you know she's too young. How do you know? She is doing everything she ever saw on any one or on your no that has nothing to do with sex at all. She just. Fellas, have you ever been fucking her and she too young and you realize halfway through this is not this is a fight? She don't give a fuck about your pelvis at all. Fellas, you ever had her knock you off your pivot foot?
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.